You gonna do all you gotta do all of this shit. Cause if you don't do all of it, then your character gonna be trash and niggas is gonna be balling.
Niggas gonna get all your shit. Niggas gonna pull up on you, rob your shit.
Come on.
What you gonna do is like some fucking mid player comes and robs you while you're working. When you got no defense.
Nigga trying to flex on you to death. Nigga just
flex
you out the zone.
Just to flex on you.
Like bitch ass nigga, what? And you can't do nothing.
You gotta have a backup plan. You gotta have like, alright, fuck if he robbed me, I got a savings. You feel me? I might as well just use that savings.
Come on, man. It's 2021. Niggas out here talking about savings when they get robbed, not getting a gun and trying to shoot a nigga and go to jail.
Come on, bro.
My boy, you feel me? We got my boy Hoopla, my boy Jonathan. You feel me? We in here on the YouTube, on the ZSPN. You feel me? I had to go pull up the computer, man. We was in here having a great conversation. So you feel me? I ain't want to let this go unhad. This is the reason why I'm doing this type of shit. You feel me? You feel me? We just here talking about life and all the different things going on. And I like that we started that off talking again about having a motherfucking savings when a nigga get robbed by another player in the online multiplayer of life. Because that's really what it is. Like, think about niggas like Elon Musk character. This nigga got bread. So again, his character starting with niggas in his family been playing the game already.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So I play this game this game called The Forest. The Forest is like you just start off. You wake up on a broken airplane in the middle of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yo, and you're pretty much on a deserted island.
Okay.
And you could be on there with you and your friends. Y'all gotta build. Y'all gotta start chopping trees.
Okay.
Building stuff. You get a few items you get a hatchet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, niggas be out there killing shit. You chopping up pigs and shit. Okay.
You gotta hunt for food. You gotta grind. You gotta survive. And really, that is like
no, really.
It's based on like what you do for yourself is what you get.
Come on.
What it is.
Come on.
It's like you gotta physically pick yourself up and go do it.
Cause again, ain't nobody finna pick up the controller for you and play. So you gotta be the one to like. I be sitting on GTA. Like it's one of the reasons why I probably don't play GTA no more. Like I got a little modest life of thugging on GTA. You feel me? My GTA life probably is more related to all the other sports games I play. You feel me? It's really just my Madden character when he on the streets. Because again, niggas be on GTA in the same city they live in. Niggas have a better life on GTA than they got in real life. I slap the shit out you if you sitting up here doing that for 55 hours a day. Come on. So it's like when you look at it, it's like, damn, okay, hold on. But look at this. This nigga's flying past me and flying cars and shit. Why do they got that? Because they spending more time on the game, grinding, then they spending time doing others. Yeah. So you got to spend that time with yourself.
And I get what you're saying because I be on GTA. Like, say you're in a casino, bro. I'm in the casino gambling. I'm like, yo, why the fuck am I gambling right here? I could be gambling.
And in real life,
making real money.
My boy, what?
I'm not doing this right now.
Come on.
All of this shit is like, I could be doing this in real life. I could be like working. Like, my homies be like, all right, we got a job. Let's go get this money. Like, bro, why don't we just do this in real life?
Why would we come up with a hustle and go get some money in real life? Come on. But again, that's the mentality, though. And again, like, so today, one of the things I had tweeted this on Twitter, though, and this is how I felt. I really feel this way. Like, and again, though, it go to what you're doing. And again, the reaction cross-generationally and all of those things, too, because again, you really got to hit niggas low-key who either is just on your same wavelength or they right in the same pocket as you. Because again, like for me, I got a coworker and he really my homeboy now. And we be talking about all of this shit that's been going on. We be watching. We have been months ago. We was talking about the stock market. We be talking about politics. All of this shit. He like 2 years younger than me, I think, or 3 years younger than me. But at the same time, like the same way that you kind of talking, though, we be talking about these variety of things, and it match and resonate a little more. Whereas in some of my other homies and some people who I'm a little closer with, some levels of some shit, they be willing to fuck with it. Okay, we could talk generally about some shit. But then when you trying to tell me what we need to do, again, we as a collective, as everything applies, then it be like, But at the same time, it's just like, you know, when it comes down to it with some of these variety of things, like I said, I think people, when we get in this knowledge, we need to get together and come together and share this knowledge so that we can come up like all these other people be coming up. All other communities and different shit come up and everything. What I'm saying is again, so I'm talking, like I said I brought you on the ZSP, and again, got my boy Jonathan on here, man. We're going to get you on camera in person the next time when we do this, whether it's via Zoom or whatever, you feel me, or in person. You feel me? Off top, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? We gonna go ahead and look. You feel me? There it is. You feel me? There we go. Off glare, my boy. We in here. Okay. So you feel me? But again, I was saying people need to get together and share this knowledge. So again, I want to turn this thing into something. You feel me? I want to turn this into something where when we find out it's gonna be an MMA fight and we know it out in advance, you can come on you gonna come on here and you gonna talk about that shit, and we gonna talk about these motherfuckers, and then I'm gonna really expand it out, and we gonna motherfuckers sit here and watch the clips of them a little bit, react and talk about that shit. Come on, we gonna and again have a MMA a black MMA show. Then where you take it to the point where we can set up bets. We can have our little booking our little bookie. Because again, why am I betting on GTA? And I ain't betting in real life. That's what I spent some time this year doing. I for sure spent some time this year betting on college football, betting on pro football. I for sure was making me some money, understanding how the game worked and how the game go. So going into next year, I'm gonna be able to know what I'm doing and be able to make some shit shake.
And that's like where I'm at right now. Like real shit. Like honestly, where I'm at my point in life is that like I've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've been up. I didn't been down, you feel me? And like all that shit's been like real. So it's like time to get real back.
Yeah. But yeah, you gotta get back. You gotta touch base with yourself again. You gotta recreate. But you again, not to cut you off, because this is something that I'm going through too. Again, that's what's hard about it, and it was dope about this conversation, because I think a lot of times, a lot of people miss, and a lot of people are willing to avoid and try and go around the fact that, again, we going through a lot of the same things. That's what I'm saying. That's what it is you going through in the conversation we was having earlier. Not to be trying to put your business on here, but again, to go back to that conversation earlier, just about trying to radiate, you feel me, mutual understanding of situations and mutual understanding of times and processes, whether it's through age, whether it's through, you know, any of them things, trying to radiate in the reaction to that. Again, is it's like when it comes down to it, though, you feel me, we all going through the same things, or go through the levels of the same things, because again, it's each of our own unique stories. But again, everybody going through a variety of the same things. We losing loved ones, we losing money, we working, we not working, we, you know, we having kids, we not having kids, we struggling, we tripping, we, you know, whatever it is. And I think it's important to say what you just said, though.
And that's why I think it's important that we try to look at ourselves as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think we gotta look at ourselves as a physical being, you know, and as a mental being, you know, and mental awareness is very important. So we gotta focus on our mental awareness and just, you know, try to focus on like the way we're projecting ourselves to the world, you know. And I think like when you like, I think that's what's something that is very important to build on, is learn how to learn how to project yourself a certain way in the world as you see yourself fit, not as what the world wants you to be. So like what I mean by that is like not conforming by the way like everybody else wants you to act, or everybody, you know, and doing the things that everybody wants you to do. No, it's like it's really about what you want to do and looking at yourself as a whole. You know, and that's being the best you that you can be.
Mm-hmm. I think that's something Yeah, you said a lot too, because again, you then went back and took us as a whole back to the concept or the idea of, you feel me, going back to me being me. You feel me? But something that you said at the beginning of that was so impactful was us as a whole, and looking at it and speaking on it as us as a whole. I think when you look at it, today was a big example of that.
Today was a big example of it. And I would say looking at it as like as balance.
Exactly. Yeah. Ooh.
It's balance. Like, so it's like as long as you like learn how to balance things in your life and balance your that wholeness that I'm speaking of.
Mm.
That's when you start to learn peace.
True that. True that. That's real as hell.
I feel like that's where that's where true maturity comes into play, is when you learn balance, and that balance is you becoming the best you can be. And it's like almost close to perfection. Basically is what I'm speaking of right now.
And I mean, I think the understanding too that it's not about forcing yourself to have to be perfect, but that perfection or that concept of it may just come down to you being your best you. What is your best you?
Exactly. Is you being so close. You know who's a great example of it? I would probably say like Kobe.
Hey man, come on. Remember I told you about, man, look. Hold on. Man, what I said earlier. Remember who I was talking about earlier? Who I was talking about like 20 minutes ago?
I was talking about Kobe earlier.
Here we go.
And like and that's crazy because like that's probably like he's like a great example.
Shout out to Audrey.
He's a perfect example to me, like because he was like probably to me like the closest person I could say that I ever seen like to being perfect.
Perfectly imperfect.
You know what I'm saying? Perfectly imperfect. And what I'm saying is that
he was just him.
Kobe is Kobe. Kobe is just Kobe. You feel me? Kobe has to be. He basically built his life to be the best him that he could ever be, and he put it out on the road to the sea, and that's it.
And then again, the understanding too that right at the start of Kobe's career to begin, you feel me? He very much so modeled his game after Michael Jordan. But again, he, by the end of his career, had set himself apart and created his whole own legacy, name, everything.
And what it is, and think about it, like Kobe Bryant was not like he's not the best player in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's not like nobody's perfect like that. I don't even know who. Like you, off the top of your head, you said who's the best basketball player in the world. Who that answer would be?
Like of all time type shit.
Yeah.
I would say.
I don't know.
Nah, I think, but again, it would be between Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe.
Exactly, and that's my point. My point is that he basically
set himself apart enough, just being himself. Yeah.
He already said it. He already put in the work. He just let his work do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
He just did it. He laid it all on the floor. Mm-hmm. All the way to his body couldn't even do anything anymore. He pushed his body to his fullest limit.
Come on. That's the truth. But again, too, with refining, starting at whatever point with whatever expectations and things like that, and having moments of like you said, being comfortable with failure, because again, failure is a part of the process as well. You feel me? But being comfortable and willing to look at something and accept failure and look at how you can take failure and make yourself better going forward from that, I think too is important. And then again, taking yourself, once you make yourself better from one of those aspects, what is, like I was talking about on Instagram on my live, this is what I was talking about as well. You feel me? Okay, so you have that thing, X thing that changes the situation and makes it, you feel me? How do I say? You feel me? You get better from one aspect that you learn. Okay, I need to get better. For example, if we talk about Kobe again, okay, so I need to get my left hand better. For example, I got that picture. Kobe got the picture. My right hand is broke. I got to work on my left hand, so I get my left hand better. You feel me? Okay, I need to work on my in and out crossover step back. That's one thing. And again, when you look at it like life, is we got all of these different aspects and elements.
And that comes down to taking control of your life. And that's all it is. You can't just say, I can't. It's like, it's 2021, bro. There's literally no such thing as excuses anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like, literally, it's just taking control and doing it. It's like, how do you think people are able to do anything? Literally, they just go and they do it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why can't you? Like, what is your excuse to why you can't just do that thing that you want to do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, just for, like, let's say, for example, music. You know, a lot of people want to do music. A lot of people want to be a star. And a lot of this stuff like that.
Let me see if I can pull up this clip.
You can do music. You just have to go and put in the work. You literally just have to put in the work. You have to study. You have to fail and try again and try again.
Come on. Like what's the song say? What's she say? At first you don't succeed. Does yourself off and try again. Look, but what I'm saying is it was crazy again. You keep hitting on some shit. Ray Lewis, I remember in high school, I used to listen to this video about Ray Lewis. It was this speech he gave about effort. And it was like one of the craziest, one of the more impactful, like, speeches I ever heard. And again, it stood with me to this day. And it's something that to me means a lot, because again, it goes to not being worried about what other people got to say about your journey, just getting on it and getting to where you need to get for yourself. Because again, don't nobody give a fuck. They gonna shit on you when you up. I mean, when you down. When you up, they gonna low key be like, all right, he up, but he finna fail. He finna go down. They only gonna fuck with you when you up. When you down, they only gonna kind of try and fuck with you when you down now, so they can make you do some shit. But this little quote right here, I wonder if it's gonna play. This shit is crazy. We ain't listening to the TurboTax shit. What you said? Is my son still independent? Yeah, what you say?
I was gonna say, yeah, I think that's real because no one cares, and everybody's gonna talk you down because, you know, maybe people don't want you to, maybe just people just don't believe in that. I'm not sure about that, but I know that is the real thing is that, you know, words are just words at the end of the day, and you gotta learn how to just do, and once you learn how to just do, like, what is gonna stop you? If all you know how to do is just do, what is gonna stop you?
Come on, and just doing this is so much about what we talked about earlier about watching tape in life over yourself, though. Because again, I was just talking to Jesse. I was just talking to Third. And
first of all, we're black men, bro. We can do more than anybody in this freaking world, bro. So when it comes to doing, bro, we should be doing nonstop. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to getting, bro, when it comes to getting money, when it comes to being an athlete, when it comes to fucking bitches, whatever it is, we can do it.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And again, like I think that's something that for me though is like when it comes down to it, for me, I think I try to make sure I spend a lot of my time too. Like
Literally nothing that we can't do, bro.
I try to make sure I just spend a lot of my time pushing myself to.
No, bro. Like I'm savage with this shit, bro. I'm dead ass serious. Like it's 2021, bro. Like when they talk about when we was getting those superpowers on December 21st, bro, that shit is real, bro. Like we, like we're black men, bro. Like we've even been through slavery, like, and now to like stars, athletes, actors, millionaires, you name it, bro. That's what we are. It's like interchangeable. You can't even like define us to one thing. You can't even hold us in one box, bro. So that's what the superpower is.
No. Off top.
Is wisdom.
Off top too. I feel like for me, I've been the type of person, or you feel me? I feel like I definitely feel like I know, and I got my own superpowers. That day off top for sure too. I for sure feel like I got mine in my whole own unique way. That's crazy that you said that. Like literally, crazy shit been happening, and my superpowers for sure been working.
That shit is real shit, bro. And it's happening, bro. Like it's like, I mean, like I haven't been like really into the Bible, but I know like they said like something in the Bible about white people being the chosen people or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's there.
He said it's there. He said it's there. Look, I didn't stop. I didn't make the rules, but this the rule. But again though, like you feel me? Let me see what my boy Ray gonna say. He said, what did he say? Effort. That's it. You feel me? I think like effort, when it comes down to it, this is something that was like this. I remember listening to this thing that he had said, and it was like it always stuck out to me, and I carried it into adulthood, and it's been something that I've tried to make sure I've been adamant about. Because again, that's all it be about. Like one thing, that's the only thing that you can control is your level of effort.
Right. And that's what I mean by that. That's what I meant by like that we can literally do anything. Like literally, I mean the fact that our people have made it through slavery to this is like lets you know that like we're literally built for this type of effort. Like a 9 to 5 is literally nothing compared to what our people have been through. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely facts. That ain't no argument. That's definitely facts. That's true. True than a motherfucker.
So it's like I feel like I feel like we owe that to them. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas broke up they back for us.
Well, you know, I was talking to my mom about a mentality that I started having about not being so hard on myself, but still continuing to push myself. Just in terms of pushing myself to do more of the things, being unafraid to push myself unrelentingly into the things that I feel drawn to do, and I'm inspired to do, and the things that are my ideas and unique to me. You feel me?
It's because society wants you to be, afraid of who you are.
But again, so exactly right. So looking at that and having a conversation with her, one of the things I said to her is it was like to go back to what you were saying is um again, my grandfather, like, to go similarly to what it is you saying. My grandfather, for example, is like from Louisiana, like West Louisiana, came from like low-key sharecropping type of people. My grandmother, they come from the same type of place in Louisiana. He was born in like the 20s. I think she was too, maybe the early 30s for her. And again, like, fought in Vietnam, the Korean War, World War II. You feel me? He joined him. He was in the military at like 14, 15 years old, like 15, 16, excuse me. And it's like, looking at life, it's like, okay, I owe it to myself to, again, put in a different type of effort and a different type of work in the life that I live as well. But as well to chase the type of dreams that I want to chase too, because again, they done went through different type of stuff for me to not just do whatever though. If I want to push myself to be something and do something with my skills and my abilities, that's definitely the effort and the time that they spent that time and their life out there for. You feel me? So it's like, if I'm going to push myself, and again, I'm going to say that I'm XYZ, I got to push myself to be them kind of things. And it's like refining and developing. Like, one thing off top I done worked on too is I done amassed like the variety of things that I need in order to be the kind of entity and the kind of thing that I want and need to be. So you feel me? I even got my motherfucking camera and shit. You feel me?
Exactly, bro. Because
so
the point is that you are the living proof, bro.
Come on, man.
You're already it, bro.
I'm
you
living
already
proof.
have the plan in your life. You already have the dreams. You already have the aspirations. You already have the, whatever it is, the daydreams, those thoughts, those ideas. You already were that. That's you. You know.
Every time, and I think it's important to understand that.
When you literally do the things you say you were gonna do, or you do the things that you thought you were gonna do, it makes it all the more worth it.
But especially when you do the things that you thought you were gonna do, especially because through different ups and downs, for whatever reason, if when you say, "Oh no, I'm gonna put myself in a position to do certain type of things, I'm gonna put myself in a position to experience," just like you said earlier, you said I performed at the observatory. You done put yourself in a position to do that, and what I said after you said it, I said, "Yeah, you gonna do that again." Because again, but again, what your response was again a mature response about what it really takes. I ain't been working to do that. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna have to put the work in. That's what it's about, though.
That's all it is.
It's what it is. That's it.
If I wanted to be a rapper today, I could go and do it, bro. If I wanted to be a football player, I could go and do it, bro.
Come on. And again, it's about looking at.
I mean, and not even saying that you could be the best player in the world. You could be the best rapper in the world, but
I could do it.
In the work. If you put in enough work and you get your own 1,500 fans, bro, that's your own 1,500 fans that you put in the work for.
And so you want to know one person who very much so is an artist who I look at or two artists that I look at and I fuck with on different sides of the spectrum because they fit into different levels of my understanding about the game, like and where that fits into, right? Is Currency, and then Outkast, and Andre 3000 and Big Boy, and then Big Boy within Outkast. Currency and Big Boy, for example. Currency, when I look at it, even hustle-wise and creatively, that man, if you open your phone, Apple Music right now, or Spotify, whatever one you use, and you go look at Currency shit, Currency got multiple albums for this past year we just went through. And then the year before that. And then you could probably do that at least 1 or 2 more years going back at least. That consistency and yes, the level of consistency and work. And then when you look at his fan base, it also goes to his consistency exactly and his willingness to also, when I say that as well, stick to just being him and doing him. What is it that I do as Currency that makes me the best me?
And imagine this. You're a rapper. You're not rich, and you're not famous, but you're well known. At least you're living your dream and you're making a living off of your dream. How many of your friends can say that?
They can't.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't. I mean, but and again, like when it comes down to,
and that's what you gotta understand, bro. It's like it doesn't matter what other people say about you. It doesn't matter what people think of you, bro. Like I could be like, man, Currency is trash, bro.
mm-hmm.
But who cares, bro? He's making a living off of his dream.
Then you racist.
You know
you think Currency trash?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I just never heard a Currency song before.
That's crazy. You ain't never heard no Currency and Wiz?
Was he with Taylor Gang? Yeah.
Yeah, he used to do songs with Wiz. You know, they homies. But that's what I'm saying. They like homies, though. It ain't like
Actually, I think, yeah, I heard him, like, rap a little bit back in the day. He had, like, a list or something.
But a little bit, yeah. He from Louisiana. So, again, like, you feel me? But, again, he got a lot of fans. Booming. And then when you look at his life based on his hustle, though, too. And, again, like, so, for example, like, that, so think about what you were just thinking, right? And then again, I was sitting here thinking when I mentioned him, I'm like, damn, I mentioned Currency though, but Currency ain't no middle of the mall ass rapper though. That's what's funny. You laughing.
To my mindset, it is.
But again, even how I mentioned him though, in terms of an example, he's still an anomaly, but he's a great example because of his work. Because like I said, when you go look at how they work now too, with people who look at him like this again, he was signed to Cash Money. He was signed to Cash Money and signed to Young Money. He was signed to Lil Wayne and picked out by Lil Wayne. So picked out by Lil Wayne before Drake. You can go on the Carter 2, or some shit, and the Carter 1 or the Carter 2, and he got a song on there with Lil Wayne, and he going in.
Yeah. Currency go way back like that.
Thank you. And then
and you know what? And that's real though too.
You feel me? That's crazy, right?
Because that goes to show, like, it's like he was grinding, he was working, and he was being consistent.
Come on. Consistent this whole time.
And that's all that matters, and you feel me?
And refining himself.
And that's what I was telling you, bro. I feel like life is like a mountain, bro, but you gotta just climb, bro, and get up there and get some flatland, bro.
Off top.
And that flatland is that consistency, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to dip, bro. You don't want to keep like trying to climb and just falling down, bro, or slipping back down, bro.
And I think too it's important because again, like he's for sure an example of. I think when I look at the way in which, you know, you could look at being signed to Young Money or whatever, and Lil Wayne fucking with you and all that shit. You could look at that as like that's the uppest of up. Again, that shit turned into like I said before Drake and Nicki Minaj and all them. That's up is up. How you but then again take that.
When you find out the stories, you realize that Lil Wayne wasn't really paying that.
No, exactly. So to go from that and to go and take that and to not allow it to be something that does away with you, again, like a 2 Chainz on Disturbing the Peace, if we just sitting up here talking about more artists, just like athletes, again, like I was talking about on Instagram, coming in your rookie year type, coming in your fresh out of college in level. And then again, how do I get better from what came in and make me basic level good? What is it that get me here? How do I get better off of that and keep going, but not let the ups and the downs derail me as well? Again, 2 Chainz was on Disturbing the Peace signed by Ludacris. Before Duffel Bag Boy. Had Duffel Bag Boy, then he disappeared again, came back as 2 Chainz. Come on.
Yeah.
So again, we got all these examples of that as well. And that consistency. And then again, it's all about relating back to Kobe, relating back to Currency. You feel me? Relating back to I like boxing more than MMA. I know you fuck with MMA. I mean, you look at MMA, what's his name? Anderson Silva. Is that my boy who just retired after he got knocked out? Okay, again, he was great for a long time though, because he was consistent as fuck.
Well, the thing about Anderson Silva was that he was very different. He had fun in the ring, bro. And that was the difference, bro. And And that kind of goes to the mindset of being a black man, bro. It's like you can go in the ring and have a good time, bro. Like go in there and dance, bro, and knock somebody out. And those white guys are looking at Anderson Silva like, what the hell is he doing, bro?
Come on.
Why is he doing that?
Doing this and shit.
Dodging him and kicking him in the face, like yo.
Where's that coming? How the fuck he do that?
He was like, we're doing this wrestling. Wrestling, bro.
Come on, and striking. That's it. Folks wasn't ready for all that type of shit. And again, it changed the game. It still ain't nobody fighting like that in there.
He was already above his level. I mean, but now we got Israel Adesanya. We got a new generation. He looked up to Anderson Silva. He beat him. And Adesanya, to be honest, he's really freaking good too. And you know, the crazy thing about MMA, bro, is that like the new generation of MMA, I think like UFC is gonna be like such a bigger sport because like kids are gonna grow up watching UFC and learning like the whole plethora of MMA in general.
Mm-hmm.
They're like you know how like kids in our days they was growing up and they was just going and learning like one sport like maybe karate or maybe wrestling or maybe boxing. Now kids can grow up and learn all techniques at the same time. They can learn jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, wrestling, all at the same time and grow up in the sport. They can just grow up in the sport and just, you know what I'm saying? So these kids can grow up as hybrid fighters. And that's how the UFC is changing itself too.
I think there's definitely something there that you said too, especially when I know, but I think there's something there to what you said too, and I can for sure feel you because again, like I'm a boxing fan. I love boxing. So again, boxing right now is on the up and up too right now because they got a lot of different types of fighters and different types of personalities and a variety of different types of styles. Now, granted, right now it's a little more slanted to the smaller frame boxers than it is across all forms. But again, similar to what you're talking about in MMA, where it's like a variety of different types of fighters based on the development of the culture within the sport. Boxing is now getting back to the development of the culture and the development of fighters.
More popular in MMA.
Which I think they gonna both level out, and I think MMA. I want to say I believe MMA because it's a little more violent is going to just stay.
Seeing boxing in MMA, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Bro. I love seeing boxing. In MMA,
I like fighting sports. I'm not here for people fighting. I'm gonna keep the peace type of motherfucker, man. But if you gotta go there, you gotta go there. But again, when it comes down to that shit, though, like I have an appreciation for MMA because again, like that's what Israel Adesanya. You mentioned him again. I fuck with him too. I like him a lot. Even what's his name? Masvidal. I fuck with Masvidal because again, he come from like a street fighting brawlers background and he was pretty good. Conor McGregor, I was respecting some of what he was doing. Khabib's ability to wrestle, I think is crazy because that's like an elite. He got an elite trait in that motherfucker. And niggas do not want to make that motherfucker mad.
Yeah.
Like he like Mike Tyson he the Mike Tyson of his sport and he just wrestle niggas.
He's probably the greatest at what he does. Probably the greatest in the world at what he does. And
arguably of any athlete in the world. Like think about it.
The thing is that the only people that probably who would ever be able to beat Khabib is that new generation that I was talking about. The new generation who are growing up as hybrid fighters. You know what I'm saying? Who are growing up learning wrestling and boxing and jiu-jitsu all at the same time. Khabib is just a wrestling specialist, but he's the greatest in the world. And you know what I'm saying? He's the greatest at what he does.
I agree. So, I don't see none of them young niggas, none of these young man. He got that wrestling with a bear in him though.
They can't beat him because they don't know how to wrestle, bro.
That's what I'm saying. By the time somebody, but no, I already get what you're saying. Actually, by the time somebody get ready to beat him, though, it's gonna be like if he's still in there, it's gonna be on some Muhammad Ali shit.
Right now.
Huh?
I said they're being born right now.
That's what I'm saying. They, you know, by the time if he got to fight one of them dudes, he finna be like Muhammad Ali fighting niggas in 82, 83. Like, man, you do not need to be in here.
Yeah.
Because again, like even somebody like, which I think he gonna have a bounce back, and I think he gonna have another opportunity to get a fight in. I think he probably shouldn't have fought a fucking contender who he knocked the fuck out last time in a fucking rematch. But Conor, I think he getting into that territory right now too. Cause see, all these niggas be hype on this nigga because he talk all this shit, but they be forgetting niggas talk all that shit and they still be getting punched in they fucking shit. And the Cowboy fight was some bullshit. The Cowboy was a UFC propaganda fight. Because again, the Cowboy fight was the Cowboy. Listen, hold on, let me finish for you call me a casual just because you be watching that shit and playing a video game. Because again, the other fight that Khabib had before he retired was again another propaganda give me my bag fight, because that nigga got knocked the fuck out and got choked out and said, yeah, you know, getting choked out ain't that bad. It's like skydiving. Man, we just came here to motherfucking fight. Shut the fuck up. Yes, just fighting, and yes, he got choked out. No, man, that was a give me the bag fight. That was a pay the boss man fight. The same way Conor versus Cowboy was. Again, he fucked Cowboy up in front of his mama in like 2 minutes. Conor got into this last fight, and then when it went into the second round, when it went in between halves, he was looking up at the clock because he was tired.
Well, you're right. As far as give me my bag fight, you're right. That is a give me my bag fight, because Conor does get to the bag, and the thing is that he don't got no shame about it, and I like that about him.
I mean, but again, don't
teaching you what to do.
Don't be playing, but don't be just sitting here trying to interject yourself in the middle. I want to fight this now. I want to fight Nate Diaz. Khabib better not say. And again, yes, he worked for the brand. Similarly, he is working for the brand so he can get off from underneath the brand too. But Khabib need to not say nothing. Khabib beat you up last time. Khabib need to not say nothing and just come back and fight me if you want to say something about me moving around. But I'm gonna fight Nate Diaz again. Don't nobody want to see you fight Nate Diaz again. So he gonna beat Nate Diaz, which we know he gonna do, instead of take a real fight.
Yeah.
So you feel me? I mean, granted, I'm not an MMA all the time person, but again, you know me, man. I know the sports game.
Yeah, the thing about Conor McGregor is that you can't really count him as an MMA fighter anymore. You gotta count him as an anomaly. I don't know how you say that word, anomaly.
I mean, partially. I mean, I wouldn't call him an anomaly though. I wouldn't call him an anomaly because again, he still is an MMA fighter. But again, he is the first MMA fighter that is.
I don't call him an MMA fighter anymore. He was at first. He was when he was talking all that shit and beating people up. That's when he actually was an MMA fighter. Right now, I wouldn't say he's not anymore because he's a prize fighter. He's more of a prize fighter.
But again, I think his name still, he may not be MMA's best.
Exactly.
But he's still MMA's.
He's in there like trying to grind through the ranks and fight the toughest of the tough and get the champion. But again, but again, remember, it also factors in how Dana White is the only one controlling this monopoly. Remember, that's the other thing too. Conor McGregor is in a position now to where he low-key, again, he gotta try and stop losing fights now, because again, the nigga he just fought, granted he had more fights in Bellator or whatever too. He got more fights and one more loss than Conor. He got 5 more fights and one more loss than Conor. Poirier. So he just knocked this nigga out. He finna take him and advance up and keep going. If he good enough, which granted, I don't think he gonna keep going and keep advancing up or whatever, but I guess the thing is the weight classes too. You gotta think about the weight classes. So when McGregor beat Cowboy, they were in a bigger weight class. McGregor was bigger. They were at 170.
And that's what I'm saying. He got the ability.
Cowboy was old and dirt.
And again, though, Conor has the ability and has done that variety of the spectrum too, though. So that's what I'm saying. Like in terms of he not MMA's greatest. Again, he more closer to looking like Drew Brees. Again, he going out more than he coming in MMA. Again, if his next fight, granted, it's gonna be against Nate Diaz, that's not gonna show nothing. That's just gonna keep him making money in the MMA game.
No, I think I think they were trying to set him up against Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson.
And that might be tight. That might be a good fight, but Tony Ferguson is down bad too. Ferguson is like another Nate Diaz, bro, who just like kind of.
Come on, man. This is not who he needs to fight. What weight class? What weight class is the dude who be punches? Who be letting the niggas punch him in the face? He too small for Conor. What's my boy name?
Tony Ferguson.
That's Tony Ferguson. Okay, then. Well, fuck it then. Let him fight.
And then but I don't know. Tony, he might fight Ferguson, or he might fight.
Wait, is Tony Ferguson the one though that been having his clips go viral? No, it's Max Holloway.
No, Max Holloway.
Yeah. What weight class is Max Holloway?
Max Holloway is
155.
One class.
He 155.
One class lower. No, 145.
145.
Yeah. But he fought Dustin Poirier. He went up to 155 and fought Dustin Poirier. And Dustin Poirier put the beats on him too. So here's the thing, like, if you're like casual, bro, you kind of already knew that Dustin would beat Conor at 155. Because if you think about it,
man, Dustin was finna beat Conor, period.
Yeah, if you think about it,
like, it wasn't Conor wasn't finna win that fight unless he had fought somebody before that was okay.
His power lately at 155 has just been like crazy. Like his power, his stand-up power has just been crazy for anybody. And he was rocking the shit out of Max Holloway at 155. So
who?
Dustin Poirier.
But again, he been fighting a lot. That boy came from about a Bellator. He was on the McGregor show. He came up out of Bellator. He been fighting a lot.
I don't remember Dustin Poirier from Bellator.
One of the whichever one of them it is. If I'm not mistaken, it's Bellator though. He was in Bellator like before this.
That might be talking about Justin Gaethje.
No, it's this dude that just beat Conor McGregor.
Or you might be talking about Michael Chandler.
Is it Chandler? Yeah, Chandler. Excuse me, not Poirier. Chandler.
And Chandler just knocked out Hooker.
There you go. They all no disrespect to the white homies, but they all white. Man, I think it might be this dude too, though. Ooh, it might be him.
Hooker comes from Israel Adesanya's camp. Israel Adesanya's homie. Just knocked out Israel Adesanya's homie.
Let me see. Yeah, no, it was the other dude. It was the Chandler dude.
Yeah, Chandler. And
he had, but again, that dude.
Chandler, honestly, Chandler, low-key, bro. Hey, man, listen. I think Chandler is legit. Bro.
Hell yeah, I'm thinking he Dustin Poirier. That dude said he had he was the Bellator dude. Like he just came off of Bellator and now he fighting in UFC. He the shit.
Yeah, Chandler is definitely legit, bro. Like his wrestling is top tier, and he I guess he's just been working on his striking more because his wrestling's already top tier.
Is UFC lightweight the same as boxing?
I don't think so. UFC lightweight is 155.
Come on, Max Holloway 145. That's who Conor need to fight. UFC be playing.
But Max Holloway would have to go up to 155.
Fuck all that. I know because Conor go all the way up to 170. Conor looks skinny as fuck when he get that low.
Well, look, I said that too. I think that would be a good fight. Honestly, I think Max Holloway should go up to 155 and fight Conor. That would actually be a really great fight. It would be great for both of them. Max Holloway would get more fans, and Conor would get the money too. And whoever wins, you feel me? It's still a win-win situation, bro. I would go for Max Holloway personally because Max Holloway just got dummy hands. Mm-hmm. But it would be a great fight.
I think so too. But that's what you feel me. You look, man. I know the sports game. I know fight sports enough. Like I said, I don't be super into MMA technique. I still can tell you and can watch a fight and tell you why somebody finna get up out of there. But again, I know MMA is much more about the control of the territory as well, and the just the pure ability to get that motherfucker up out of there. But I'll be watching MMA though because again, even somebody who I think they did dirty because he could have had a cool little run though and at least got more coins up out of the game before they pushed him up out of there was my boy Tyron Woodley. Granted, he got fucked up his last 2 fights, but again, early in his career when he was winning shit, they wouldn't give him no good fights, and then they wouldn't respect the way he was winning fights. But you feel me? The way my boy Khabib be winning fights, Loki ain't no different, and they love Khabib. Think about the difference. It ain't too much of a difference. Khabib obviously is a super superior wrestler. Like super superior.
He wasn't getting no respect.
None. He wasn't getting no respect.
He wasn't getting no respect. And maybe and then some of it you can kind of like put it on Tyron Woodley's fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't going out there and earning that respect.
Exactly. Because he wasn't fucking folks up like that.
Like so, like you gotta kind of. It's like a little bit of both, because like, yeah, that dude was fucking up some. In his time, he was some bad dude. He was fucking up bad too, and he was dominant, and he was legit.
Yeah,
he was the champion.
You feel me? And again, I thought him and Conor should have fought. I thought that would have been a great fight for them, because again, the styles was two totally different styles, and you feel me?
So right. You're so right, bro. I thought that back then too, bro. And they kind of bumped into each other too. And I was like, bro, they really should be fighting, bro. And Dana
White rolled the Great White Hope. He rolled him off into the sunset and then turned around and said, Tyron Woodley fights is boring. Had niggas booing him and shit.
And the thing is like Conor's a little scared. You know, Conor was playing around.
Has Conor fought any black fighters? Granted, I know it's not a lot, but
I don't even, bro. No comment, bro.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Look, either he need to fight Max Holloway or they need to call Tyron Woodley.
Man, honestly, right now though, a great fight for Conor would probably be well, if Conor didn't go down, this is my thing. Conor should have never went to 155. He should have stayed at 70, bro. He would have got hella bucks, and honestly, he would have been a real MMA fighter. He should have stayed at 170. He would have been a real MMA
Who in 170? Where Israel at? Is Israel in 170?
No, he would have fought Masvidal, bro.
Man, he don't want them. That's like the same shit.
And Masvidal would have whooped his ass, boy.
You think so? But again, you saying if he stayed in. If he stayed in, he would be a real MMA fighter. So again, if you
see Dustin.
Oh no! Hold on.
Listen, you see Dustin, bro. Let me put it to you like this: Dustin and Masvidal train in the same camp. Dustin Poirier is 155, Masvidal is 170. Conor McGregor just knocked out Cowboy. Conor just knocked out Cowboy at 170. At the time, that would have set up a perfect fight for McGregor versus Masvidal.
Well, again, no, I know that. What I'm saying is again, Masvidal heavy-handed too, probably a little more heavy-handed because of the way the way in which he done been out there having a fight. Oh no, man! Yeah, no, they need to fight. They fought at 145.
Yeah.
So they need to fight.
Yeah.
Him and Holloway need to fight. I don't need to hear nothing about Nate Diaz.
McGregor and Holloway. Hey, so the thing is, I've been hearing whispers of that too. So like, just keep it. That's what I do. I don't be saying shit. I just keep my.
Yeah, I just be watching.
Sometimes I write in a comment like, but I don't know if my comment gets seen. But I just wrote Max Holloway versus Conor McGregor. I wrote that already. So you saying that to me, I've already put that out in the air. You know what I mean?
We on the same page.
So I feel like that's the fight to make, bro. And Max Holloway said he's the best boxer in the world. Man.
And again, that's what I'm saying. They need to go ahead and scrap.
And the thing was, Dustin and Max Holloway had a great scrap at 155. What you need to do is go and watch the fight, Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway at 155.
Okay, I'll check that out.
I think it's Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway too.
Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna get that in. Yeah, man. But again, Dana White real good at fucking over good fighters time to time. You
I
feel
have
me?
no idea. I have no idea how that works, to be honest, bro.
It's because he controls. It's because he controls it. It's every gym, all the gyms. He got a controller and a stable of all the gyms, and he just go and pick out of them.
It's a good and bad thing, because at least you know who's touching your money. You feel me?
But at the same time, again, he
go in there and talk right straight to the plug. It's like an open door policy. You could go in there, kick in the boss's door, and be like, "Look, motherfucker, I done knocked out Conor McGregor. I didn't fuck Khabib."
Hold on, man. What? My boy Israel, big body like that.
Bro, Israel is that nigga.
Man, he I didn't know he was middleweight. It's only light heavyweight.
No, he going up to light heavyweight this in March, bro.
No,
the champion, bro.
No.
He going for his second, bro.
Who he finna fight? Glover Teixeira? Or he finna fight Jan Blazovich?
Keep this, yeah. He getting ready to fight Juan Blachowicz.
Is he good?
Juan Blachowicz is low key kind of nice, bro. But yeah. So, all right, so here's my thing about that. Israel Adesanya is probably going to go up there and whoop Juan Blachowicz' ass.
How different is Juan Blachowicz from Costa?
Juan Blachowicz is probably smarter, maybe a little bit smarter.
Yeah.
He's just a little bit smarter.
But similar style?
Definitely similar, but like the difference is that Juan Blachowicz is the champion, so he
done been through some shit.
Yeah, so he can kind of like. I feel like Juan Blachowicz can learn how to use Israel Adesanya's weapons against him.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm kind of afraid of.
Again, because he was able to beat. He was able to take advantage of Paulo Costa because he used his length like Muhammad Ali will use against a heavy fighter against them. So again, I'm too skinny to get into you. I'm gonna kick the shit out you and weaken you, and then I'm gonna come in and use my athleticism and the power that I got. So you saying Blachowicz gonna be the type to like he gonna try and catch the leg, he gonna try and close the distance.
Yeah, that film is out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like okay, it's like I kind of know the sauce. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's what you kind of do. You shut people down with the leg kicks. And granted, the leg kicks do shut people down, bro. You seen it shut down Conor McGregor. But the thing is that that is the only. I feel like that's probably the only way Blachowicz can capitalize is that he can probably use the leg kicks against Adesanya.
Well, what did old dude
use his Polish power?
The Polish power. What did old dude do though? And use against him too, though. They had a pretty good fight. He had his nose bloody and shit at the end. You know, my boy was talking about, I'm not afraid to die and all that shit.
That was a great fight.
What was my boy name?
Gastelum?
What was his name?
Gastelum.
Yeah, okay. So you feel me?
That was a great fight.
The blending of them two tapes, since he going up in weight, you think that make him susceptible? Because I mean, I think at the end of the day, he is gonna find a way to pull together and put his abilities together to find a way to make a way because he is a very resourceful fighter.
I think the problem that he had with Kelvin Gastelum was that Kelvin Gastelum just had like a little bit more MMA experience than Adesanya.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the experience kind of showed.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that being said, he kind of had like some veteran moves in there. Like Kelvin Gastelum was like showing some veteran moves in the ring, like the way they like kind of like would grab him,
mm-hmm.
grab his arm and pull him, and then punch him. And that's kind of a better move. Like you think about it,
mm-hmm.
He not only boxing you, bro. He's using wrestling and boxing at the same
mm-hmm.
time.
Because I mean, that's one of the most important. That's one of the things I understand though. The most important balance about MMA is that it is technical street fighting because there ain't no rules. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's one thing I understand. Like about it as a fight sport, it's technical street fighting. Again, I can stand up and punch you, as well as I can kick you, as well as I can grab you, as well as I can elbow you, as well as I can pick you up. You feel me? As well as I can low-key get away and create my distance, as well as I can block, not block, all of these different types of things. I can go for the body, as a lot of MMA fighters choose to do. 97, 98% of them punch you straight in your head only. I ain't seen a body shot in MMA in like 5 years.
It's because it's hard to do.
It's fuck. That's what I was thinking while I was saying that. I was like, it's hard because you get it for a body shot, nigga be done kicked you in your head, elbowed you, kneed you, grappled you, slammed you.
Yeah. That's why leg kicks are so popular now. That's what
The leg kick is the body shot. Yeah, it's the body shot and the jab almost.
You're right. Yep, definitely. It's the jab and the body shot. That's why Israel Adesanya is so great right now. He sets it up so great. His cadence is so different. Like, you feel me? He's like a dancer. You feel me? He's out there like.
Now he be dancing while he be out there. He do be dancing.
Crumping on you. You feel me? He be. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And you just
getting on
like that.
You feel me? But that's why it's.
Yo, what are you doing?
It's interesting that you mentioned that too. It's interesting that you mentioned that in realism, because again, I think that's one of his. That's why I said, like, I think when I think about it, that'll be one of the things that'll have to carry him in that fight, especially because again, going up weight class, like, it's so interesting because when you're going up, you gotta have a distinct advantage against the person. And this dude sitting up here, he just looking like, okay, we don't know what we gonna get from him, but we know he gonna be consistent. Granted, because again, I don't know if he finna just walk in here and Israel finna just knock him out. He don't look like Israel finna just knock him out.
Juan Blachowicz I think he's a smart fighter. I think he's a smart dude. I think
he looks smart.
He's smart. I think if he is smart to play, honestly, that's why I'm kind of scared for this fight. I'm not.
Yeah, because this is weird. Why he go up? He could have did something else. He said, "Fuck it, I'm going up."
Because that's the thing. MMA is so crazy. Like McGregor got knocked out. Like anything can happen, bro.
I mean, he's 37 though. He's 37.
So say Adesanya gets knocked out, bro. I don't want it to happen, but just honestly, just don't be surprised if it does happen, bro. If Adesanya gets knocked out, moving up to light heavyweight. But I do want Adesanya to win. I say Adesanya wins by pick apart. If he loses, he might get knocked out by Juan Blachowicz. There's my predictions.
There's my predictions. He 27-8. He 37.
Who's 37?
Blachowicz. Yeah. No, I think Israel's 6'4". He's 6'2".
Look, Israel could win, bro. Israel could easily win this fight too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Both of these dudes could easily win this fight. So that's probably the danger of this fight. And maybe that's what makes it a good fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't really, it's a risk in this fight for both guys. So I like.
But again, why they didn't?
I like that.
What they need to make these two dudes fight. Come on, man. Fight Maker Web. We finna make another fight. Watch this. Already the made. I just made a 3-fight tournament in MMA for Conor. That's the Conor McGregor goodbye tour. You feel me?
Okay. What about you got McGregor, but you're not gonna think about the whole lightweight division?
The who?
The lightweight division.
Oh, the lightweight division. That's hard because again, it all leads to who want to fight Conor McGregor. Who won't? I mean, not Conor McGregor. Who want to fight Khabib? Okay. And then if Khabib want to fight them, you said
Khabib's not gonna fight no more.
Okay, I mean, if he don't fight no more, then I think you for sure. I mean, based off of what I'm seeing here with the little thing too. I mean, you can for sure off top do a battle of the just ones. You can for sure do Chandler versus Poirier because again, it'll be a good fight in terms of 10-year in the history of the game because Chandler, like we were just talking about, just came from Bellator, so he tenured as fuck and ready for this type of fight. He gonna bring all them viewers too. They gonna come and buy the fight and come watch the fight. You can make them fight because they both just been in people's face and they've been known.
Chandler, I would say Chandler versus Dustin Poirier. Chandler, Dustin Poirier.
And then that might pique the interest of Khabib, even though I know he looking at both of them like, man, I ain't trying to fight neither one of these skinny ass dudes.
Here's my opinion about Khabib, man. I'm pretty sure
I don't think he want to fight no more. I think he chilling.
Yeah, and that's my thing. Is like if I feel like only way to make Khabib come back is like if Michael Chandler just come out here and he dominate everybody like George St. Pierre. Like I would say Michael Chandler would have to be the second coming of George St. Pierre for Khabib to come back, literally. Michael Chandler would have to beat Dustin Poirier. He would have to beat Conor McGregor. He would have to beat Justin Gaethje. He would have to beat Tony Ferguson. You feel me?
All of those. And that's crazy. So Max Holloway ain't the champion.
He's not actually. Holloway got some issues in the featherweight division, to be honest.
See, so he need to go ahead and fight Conor, because Conor the 6th ranked lightweight now. So don't nobody give a fuck what Conor got going on. That'll energize that. We're gonna put that on the same card. That's gonna be the headliner.
That'll energize Conor for coming back.
You feel me? Right. And again, what I really say is you put Woodley versus Conor, because Woodley probably gonna lose, because if it go to the cards, they gonna find a way to make him lose. Or Conor gonna knock him out, which I don't think he's gonna knock him out, but fuck it. We'll say that.
Hey, Woodley, I think Woodley has a fight, actually. Woodley has a fight.
No, he don't. That nigga was just in a movie. He was just in Cutthroat City. He got a fight.
Woodley has a fight, bro.
Wow. Let me see. Would you feel me? And he got beat by the MAGA dude too. Damn, my boy lost 3 fights straight. He lost Kamaru Usman. What weight did this nigga? Oh yeah, he won 70.
He didn't lose 3 in a row.
He did.
He didn't lose 3 in a row. Dang, but he lost to some pretty badass dudes.
But he lost to Usman. Kamaru Usman ain't even his weight class.
Yeah, bro.
Kamaru Usman. Oh no, it is.
And he lost the championship to Usman.
Come on, so that shouldn't even count against him.
No, that was.
Then he lost to this Burns dude. I don't know who this Burns. You know who Burns is? G.
Yeah,
Burns.
Burns is a freaking beast, bro.
Oh, Gilbert Burns. That's the number 2. That's the number 2 contender.
Yeah, he about to fight Usman right now.
Oh, they doing my boy dirty. And then he lost to Kobe Covington. Now, where Kobe Covington ranked? Now, he ain't ranked. Oh, no, he's number 1. Hey, come on, man. Hold on, man. And they got him ranked number 7.
Kobe Covington he's pretty good, too. He's like a balance fighter. So he's pretty good, too. But he's more of a wrestler.
Yeah. So he lost to them 2 people. He lost to 1, 2, and 3, and they got my boy ranked number 7.
You found Woodley? Does he have a fight coming up?
Nah, it don't show one. Let me see. I'm gonna click. I'm on the UFC site though. I'm gonna see. Let me see. I'm gonna click it. Actually, I didn't click it. I went to ESPN first. Yeah, no, we need to go ahead. So look, the next card it need to be. I think Woodley versus
170. So that's why it wouldn't work. It wouldn't make sense
for Conor.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's a super fight. He, like you said, he a prize fighter. So that's why we should be able to get it done. But he ain't gonna do it because Conor don't want to get his ass whooped.
It probably wouldn't draw interest because everybody think Woodley is a loser.
But again, I feel like people gonna look at it to go, and then again, the banner and the smack talk between the 2 of them is gonna get people in. You feel me? The no disrespect or full disrespect because they already be disrespectful. The racial, but again, the racial element of he finna get his revenge for losing to Floyd. Then he lost his last fight, so we going to see Conor get this knockout he said he was supposed to get against this dude who just took 3 losses. So he gonna be like, I ain't finna lose to you. I ain't all these other dudes. Then they gonna get in the ring and then he gonna beat Conor and niggas is gonna be like. Now, what you got to figure out is do you put that before before Poirier and Chandler, though?
I just feel like Woodley wouldn't. I feel like McGregor wouldn't go up to 170.
We'll do it at 160. We'll do it at 160.
They don't think.
We can make it. We can do it at 150. Where we got to meet at? They did it 155. We was looking at 155.
Let's talk about Israel Adesanya going up to light heavyweight and then going up to heavyweight to fight John Jones.
Yeah, he gonna get his. He need to relax.
He gonna fight John Jones.
First of all,
he shouldn't go. Yeah, he should.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen there, but like
he don't need to do that.
Like John Jones should just come back down to light heavyweight. To be honest, to make it fair. Because John Jones is the GOAT of light heavyweight. And granted, John Jones is the GOAT. And, bro, if he goes up to heavyweight and become champion, bro, he's an all-time GOAT.
John Jones is light heavyweight now?
No, he went up
He just went up to heavyweight. Yeah. I remember that.
He doesn't got to fight yet. He don't even got to fight yet. He's going to fight the winner of the the winner of Stipe versus Francis.
Stipe gonna win.
Yeah, Stipe is gonna win.
He gonna win. Francis Ngannou not good.
Well, Francis, Francis will do better.
My boy look like Khalil Mack.
Better this time. Because they fought once already, and Stipe pretty much like dominated them. I had just watched that fight recently, and Stipe pretty much dominated them with the wrestling.
They say he the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah, perhaps. But John Jones has something to say about that, so we'll see.
I mean, but John Jones gonna come in there and be the greatest heavyweight off the fact that he ain't had to go through the whole murderer's row to get here. Yeah, he gonna get in here and kind of be better than a lot of these dudes, but shit, you ain't had to go through all this. We've been fighting each other for 10 years.
Yeah, but that's how you do it, bro. He ain't gotta take all that head damage. He already took the head damage in light heavyweight. He's already the proof, bro. He already put in the work. His resume already says it. He took down all the goats in light heavyweight. There weren't that many goats in heavyweight.
Man, bro. You finna make me go inside the numbers on John Jones and sound like a hater.
John
Watch
Jones
this.
took down so many goats. It's not even funny.
I'm finna see how old some of their asses was though. That's all I want to know.
That's true.
You feel me? Come on, that's what I'm saying. Niggas love getting called the shit, and they be taking down niggas be old as shit. But he nice as fuck though. I ain't acting like he ain't nice though. I ain't sitting up here acting like I don't know. I understand.
Some MMA legends. He not even a champ right now. That's crazy. He gave up his light heavyweight title. He's like, I'm tired of defending this. Let me go up to heavyweight and beat up Stipe.
I mean, you know, he know what's up though.
He's like, Izzy, you can either meet me there or beat me there.
And again, you know, he 26-1.
Problem is Izzy is like older than John Jones, bro. Or yeah.
He 30. Israel's 31. How old is John Jones?
I don't know. He's 31. They probably like the same age. Or John Jones might be a little bit older. John Jones might be like 33, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's 33. John Jones 33. Israel 31. I mean, they the same height.
The difference
but again,
is
he cleared it out for him too. Man, you know how it is. Dudes don't be trying to really fight each other. Even though they're trying to fight, like they ain't trying to fight.
Realistically, honestly, if they fought right now at either weight class, to be honest with you, bro, John Jones is too much of a wrestling freak to even handle. You feel me? John Jones is a freak in wrestling, and Izzy is a freak in kickboxing. So it's kind of like that. And usually, you know, wrestling wins, bro.
God damn. Rashad Evans is ass.
Who put the beats on Rashad Evans?
Come on, you know, I just went here. I'm trying to go look at my boy little rap sheet and see these little fighters he beat. Some of these niggas.
It's because you gotta think about it when you realize, bro, when you look back at it, bro, you realize that, bro, the MMA fighters back then, bro, was ass compared to the MMA fighters now.
No, off top. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Gustafson, I get what you're saying. So you saying that Chelsea, that Rashad Evans through Belfort, through Sonnen, through Gustafson, Teixeira, through Cormier.
Come on, man.
That's the one. That's that. You talk about that's the GOAT's role, right?
Yeah,
okay.
He done went through some dogs, bro. He done went through some. Yeah, he done went through some real killers. But so has Stipe, bro. Stipe has been through some real killers too.
Vitor Belfort fought Chuck Liddell. He lost to Liddell. He lost to his first. He lost to Randy Couture. He's lost to some Asian person. Kasushi. I ain't gonna disrespect you, Kasushi. I was gonna act like I wasn't finna say your name. I'm gonna put you out there. Kasushi beat this nigga Vitor Belfort. Chuck Liddell beat him. Randy Couture. Tito Ortiz, Alistair Overeem beat him 2 times back to back. Dan Henderson. Yeah, my boy was Anderson Silva. My boy was watching when he fought John Jones though, and John Jones sent that nigga up out of there. Then he won 2 fights.
Back to back, bro.
Yeah, huh?
Who beat up Alistair Overeem back to back?
No, Alistair Overeem beat up Vitor Belfort back to back.
Oh, I was gonna say, bro, no way, bro. Okay, cause I'm looking at Stipe's record right.
It's a bunch of bums on there. Not bums again, because them niggas really they'll rip my head off. But you know that for the shit, it it ain't no how many elite dudes is on there.
Stipe didn't. Let me see. He didn't beat that many elite dudes. Let me see. He beat Junior Dos Santos, Mark Hunt, Andre Arlovski, Fabricio Verdum. So he beat the legends.
Mm-hmm.
He beat Overeem. He beat Dos Santos again. He beat Francis Ngannou. He beat Daniel Cormier beat him.
Cormier a GOAT.
But yeah, Cormier is a beast. But then he came back and beat Cormier, and he picked apart Daniel Cormier.
2 times. He beat him back to back. So he said, "You beat me once, I beat you 2 times."
Yeah. So he beat up some goats. But Cormier was kind of damaged though too at the same time. And he was at the.
Hey, he better not go up to heavyweight. Hell no. Hey, hell no. What is he gonna fight at heavyweight? John Jones.
Jones gonna whoop on me.
Man, this shit say 240, which means after they weigh in at 240 or whatever they gonna weigh in at heavyweight, when they go back to the hotel and can eat and drink water, he really gonna be like 255.
First of all, man, don't ever doubt John Jones, bro.
Man, look, man.
Don't ever doubt the coach.
Hey, man, my boy done had some things happen in his last little few wins, man. I do respect his game. I ain't saying he trash, but I think he need to relax on that. He gonna go straight in and fight the champion? He tripping.
He is the champion. What the hell are you talking about?
He gonna go in and fight the champion, the heavyweight?
Bro, John Jones was the light heavyweight champion. GOAT who beat everybody who challenged him.
He ain't the champion of heavyweight.
Okay. He left the belt and now he wants to fight the heavyweight champion, bro. That's
man, he need to go ahead and fight Curtis Blades first.
I mean,
who is Curtis Blades, man? He need to fight Curtis Blades first.
The problem is this, bro, is that everybody below him, bro, is that he beat guys like them.
And then again, Stipe Miocic, he 42, he 37 years old. So John Jones gonna go in there if he do beat on him, he gonna go in there and beat on Stipe Miocic because he's 37 as well. At 220 pounds, at 220, when he needs to fight Blades.
Stipe is the GOAT of heavyweight, and Stipe will not be able to handle Jones at all, bro. I don't think he'll be able to handle Jones at all, to be honest. He has more of a puncher's chin, to be honest.
Oh my gosh. My boy in here talking wild.
Based off the fact that John Jones beat Daniel Cormier twice already before Stipe even got hands on him.
I mean, Stipe beat him. Stipe gonna say we both beat him. So what? And hold on, and remember,
Cormier knocked out Stipe by accident, bro. So just the fact that Cormier can knock out Stipe by accident, bro.
Well, again, if I knock you out by accident, that's being a human. Again, if you gonna tell me he got knocked out by accident, that's gonna change my whole way I look at Cormier knocking him out. I ain't gonna look. I'm not, which explains him fighting him 2 times and beating him. So again, that don't even count as a loss.
Exactly. And Jones beat Cormier twice. So.
But again, so they both beat Cormier twice. Wouldn't that be what somebody would say? Like, all right, they both beat him twice.
So then basically you measure you would have to measure how good is Cormier at that point.
Well, we both beat him twice, so.
But the thing is, but Jones has fought in better people than Cormier after that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, Jones had issues in those fights. So what? Those was just.
I mean, but he finna fight Ngannou
that's experience.
again.
That's experience.
Which is again, like what I'm saying is, and that's what I'm saying. Francis is at 250. Francis at 250. What I'm saying is was granted, John Jones, again, fun fact, like you already know, I think John Jones' brother got two brothers in the league, or had two brothers in the league. One of his brothers played for the Arizona Cardinals.
Like 300 pounds.
One of them is maybe 300 pounds. The other one, we're gonna see how big Chandler Jones is. But again, like
going back to the Super Bowl,
Chandler Jones.
Going back to the Super Bowl. Family of champions, bro. Why you gonna doubt John Jones, bro?
Man, you gotta listen, man. Listen, man. Back. Let's keep the main thing. The main thing. Like I said, let's keep the main thing.
Bro, don't both of his brothers have Super Bowl champions?
265. My boy. So he's saying I'm finna get up to DN weight with my brother. I'm finna go up to 265.
And both of his brothers got Super Bowl championships.
So you saying he going to DN weight from 205? He going to 250. That's what I'm saying. What is he gonna fight at? 220, 230? Because again, he gotta go to a certain weight to where he can still do him.
He don't gotta be big, bro. He can be 240, 245 with just pure muscle, bro. And he can be good. Because then he'll be faster and lighter, bro. Beating bigger dudes.
Hey man, I think he need to go ahead and fight one of these other dudes first. But again, that's what I'm saying. What I want to look for the sake of the brand.
He has a chin.
For the sake of the brand. For the sake of the brand, like I said, he needs to fight somebody else first and pay his respect to all these dudes who done went through it instead of just stepping over the line. But again, UFC about the big money fight, so they gonna go ahead and do that every time.
I mean, I personally would have let Jones fight the champion because I think his skill set speaks for itself.
Man, so he just supposed to come in and just get the belt.
No, I don't think he would.
This man said, "Yeah, hey, John Jones here now. Move."
Hey, Jones here. Get a belt.
Get a belt up. Ain't no fight. Watch out.
It's my belt, Paul.
It's my belt, bitch. Yeah, man, he needs to.
Debo, bro. I can't believe Debo died.
I know. R.I.P. Debo, man. That's so true. That's crazy. He needs to fight Curtis Blades, man.
Debo needs to fight Curtis Blades. Shit.
Man, John Jones needs to fight Curtis Blades.
Hey, you really think Curtis Blades is the truth?
No, he just needs to fight him.
I think Curtis Blades is all right, but he needs to be more battle tested himself, and
that's the exact reason. That's the exact reason why he needs to fight John Jones.
It would probably bring out the best out of Curtis Blades.
You feel me? Because again, it would help us figure out if Curtis Blades need to be the number 2 contender for the shit anyway. Because again, John Jones beat him, then he either Steve ain't gonna probably beat Francis.
But the thing is for Jones that doesn't do anything for Jones. You gotta think about why would he go in a division and try to look back? Like, why would I want to look down on him? You feel me?
I mean, it ain't looking down though, because again, you can't look at it as looking down. You can't never come into it with that mentality. Because again,
you said he's the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
So if he beats him,
then he's the number 1 guy. Because again, remember, Francis got to fight Stipe. So again, this would be Curtis is entitled because he been in the division off top based off of.
Do you think Curtis Blades would want to fight John Jones, bro?
Yes.
I seriously doubt that, bro.
Well, stop. Honestly. You out your mind. They fight. Bro, they fight each other for a living. He gonna fight him.
I doubt it, bro. I know he fights for a living, and I know he would probably say he's not scared to fight John Jones, bro. But when it comes down to putting pen to the paper, bro, I seriously doubt that he would do it, bro.
What, man? You out your mind. Anyway, because again, that don't make sense for the money. Like that don't. You out your mind.
Are you kidding me?
First,
this man would not sign the paper.
Like, because again, you got 2 things.
If it came down to it, the card, Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic, and John Jones versus Curtis Blades on the undercard. Curtis Blades would not sign that contract.
You sound crazy. Off of the money. You again, what you talking about is what you feel. So what you saying is how you feel if you was Curtis Blades having to fight John Jones. That don't factor into the money. The money that come off of that off top. The money on. Hold on. Wait a minute. For you trying to talk to me like I'm a casual, like I don't know sports and business. as well. Come on, I know sports business as well. I watch all these sports all day, every day. So again, he gonna fight the same way we got all these dudes lining up to get knocked out off top. If you saying about getting beat, he gonna fight to line up and get knocked out for the bag anyway. Because again, the money that's gonna set up the Stipe fight, and then again, like I said, if he come into it, if I win, then I'm fighting Stipe, and then it's a bigger bag. If I lose, again, I just lost and I just got a big bag. Because again, is he gonna be? Is he? You said he not battle tested enough. You say he not battle tested enough. Is he gonna beat Stipe Miocic, Curtis Blades?
Is he gonna beat him? Nah, he doesn't even beat Curtis Blades. I mean, he doesn't even beat Stipe.
Okay, so then he need to go ahead and fight John Jones, get beat, or shock the world, bring out his greatness, like you said, get a bag.
I understand what you're saying.
You talking about he wouldn't sign the paper? He gonna sign the paper.
Is he for sure number 2?
I'm on the UFC website. Come on, man. You know I am.
So what would you rank John Jones at heavyweight right now?
Number 4, because he ain't fought nobody. If you saying, because again, what I'm saying is this. It don't matter. Look, hold on, wait a minute. Time. Hold on, wait. Let me finish. How you gonna ask me a question that you already got an answer for in your head and then want to tell me something? Because again, just because you want to turn around and say, all right, well, he gonna wash all them dudes. Well, he ain't did it yet. So again, there's also, like I said, you talking about that and just blazing past the pecking order. The only reason I'm gonna put him at 4.
I don't think he washes.
Wait. Okay, well then tea time.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait.
Anything can happen in a fight.
Well, when I was saying that about the fact that he going the whole weight class up, then gonna go almost 60 pounds up, or not 60 pounds, probably 30 pounds up as well. And then again, it's really 40 pounds up because again, after they weigh in, he going about 40 pounds up. What I'm saying is well, damn, anything can happen. And for the sake of it, it's for sure people that done put in their time. If he gonna wash the champ out, well then go ahead and let the dude who was sitting waiting to fight the champ after the two, because again, the champ for sure fighting a dude that he already done fought before. That's the thing that I'm noticing here. He fighting Ngannou and he need to be fighting Curtis Blades and then fighting John Jones. But realistically, it's gonna be.
I guess my answer to that is that I mean Jones is already levels ahead of all these heavyweights. The thing is that Jones has never lost, bro. So Jones technically has put in the work already. So if you put Jones against Curtis Blades,
nah, he for sure lost. Even if it don't count, he was why he got disqualified? Man, what he got disqualified for?
For beating up a dude so bad, bro. He got disqualified. It was for a downward elbow. He was beating up the dude. He was on top of the dude. He was doing downward elbows. And that shit don't count. But I was gonna say, it would even if Jones wins that fight, bro, it technically would just put unnecessary damage on Jones.
Hey, hold on, tea time. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. See, that's just jumping the line for the sake of jumping the line, though.
Here's my point. My point is that Jones has already put in the work.
But again, wait.
Technically more than Curtis.
I hear you, but I hear what you're saying. But how you gonna turn around and say, okay, well, that's unnecessary damage put on his body. He gonna go ahead and beat Stipe Miocic. Then who he gonna have to fight? Francis Ngannou or Curtis Blades?
Because so it would make more sense. So I guess what I am trying to say is that it would make more sense is that if he fought Stipe, whether he loses or wins, even he does fight Curtis Blades, it does make more sense after the fight.
Nah, man, it only make more sense. It only make more sense for the benefit of John Jones getting what folks want him to have. It don't make sense for putting the respect on the spectrum of what they got to go through as fighters, though. Because again, what I'm saying is this.
Because Curtis.
What I'm saying is this.
Curtis probably has lost some fights.
He only got 2 losses. John Jones got 1 by DQ. He got 2 losses.
And Curtis may have lost some bad losses. Those losses can put you in bad spots in the ranking.
What is my boy name? Curtis Blades. But he ain't in the bad spot in the rankings though. Remember, hold on, he not in the bad spot in the rankings. He behind the dude who already lost to the dude who finna go fight the heavyweight champ right now.
If you know who he lost to, you can kind of like put it. You can kind of be like, yeah. he ain't gonna be able to beat that person, man, if he lost to that
But
person.
again, what we doing now is we just making up more reasons to why John Jones don't have to fight him. This all this say is again, this is why John Jones needs to fight him, because again, what I'm speaking on, what you're talking about is giving John Jones, like I said, what people want him to have or whatever. What I'm talking about is again.
No, I mean Jones already said it. Jones' skill set speaks for itself.
But again, you said also he not going. You said he not even gonna sign the papers. When again, you know he gonna sign the paper because again, fighting that fight get him to the chance to fight the heavyweight, who the heavyweight just went around him again and fought Francis.
That's pretty bold for me to say, bro. But honestly, I really don't think that Curtis does sign the paper. Look on Curtis Blade's Twitter and see has he ever called out John Jones.
I mean, maybe that's not his personality though.
It's gotta be your personality.
No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. It don't gotta be your personality. It do not. Don't you see now? You just making up the rules to benefit John Jones. It don't gotta be your personality. You gotta be calling niggas out on Twitter and shit, man. What? No. What if I'm not that dude?
I mean, I don't know, but thing is like shit. If that's the case, then has it been offered to him? Maybe Jones ain't signing the paper. Then
his one loss was in 2018 to Francis Ngannou.
Okay.
First round, 45 seconds. He got knocked out.
That's understandable. Everybody gets knocked out by Francis Ngannou.
Oh, he be knocking niggas out like that?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to see who the other loss was to. So, okay, that's what I'm saying. That's one. That's what I'm saying. They just need to fight. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, let's respect and let's put on some good fights for the money and make the fights even bigger and make the situation even better.
I get what you're saying, bro. I get what you're saying. Like basically make it a tournament. Don't let John Jones just sit on the sidelines and wait for his opportunity. You gotta earn your opportunity. This the big boys. This the big boys need. I get what you're saying. Like you can't. Yeah, it's kind of like you just getting the plate handed to you.
Granted, we know he gonna do it anyway, but okay, let's see you do it. Because again, if he go to what's gonna happen is he go in and beat Stipe, then he gonna fight Francis Ngannou, and then he gonna say, "No, I'm retired. I'm done. I'm the greatest."
Yeah, if you truly believe you're the greatest fighter and greatest heavyweight of all time, then prove it. Fight, go through the mud first. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying.
At least, and again, it will only be 2 fights. He will only fight. And again, the thing is it probably wouldn't happen. That's what I'm saying. So it's probably also not gonna happen because Stipe 37.
But my thing is, do you really want to see that? Like, what tools or weapons do you think that Curtis Blaze has that shows John Jones a problem?
I mean, who in there show him a problem? We already know none of these dudes pose him a problem, but for the sake of again the rankings.
I mean, when he was in a when he was in the light heavyweight division, there was people they was like, oh, this guy might test Jones. This guy gonna test Jones.
But again, I mean, what I'm looking at just off of what I kind of understand about these dudes, besides the ability to put that that heavyweight power on him and knock him out, maybe a variety of these dudes got that. But again, the reason as well, Curtis
Blaze is a wrestler.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Really but what I'm saying is in terms of wrestling with John Jones got an elite ability to wrestle too. So again, then you're gonna have to.
Then what would Curtis Blaze do? He would have to stand up and box John Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
And John Jones is a really great kickboxer.
So then it's gonna create a what? So then it's gonna create a what? Because again, remember, what I'm saying is we talking about making fights. That's what we started off. Remember, you just asked me to make another fight. So I was in the process of making the fight, and then you told me niggas wasn't signing the paper. Then you told me we couldn't have a fight because you wanted to fight Stipe Miocic. But I done set up a multi-million-dollar fight after this with Stipe Miocic on the same card that we finna get some millions on.
They already fighting.
Yeah, they already fighting. So again, this will be a headline card because everybody coming to see John Jones knock out Curtis Blaze.
And my thing is, you're right, because I would want to see John Jones. I want to see John Jones at heavyweight.
And it would be a good first fight.
Yeah.
Because again, and this is what I'm saying. So like on some college football ranking shit, this is what I'm saying. If it's the college football Final Four, you asked me where I put him. I said I'll put him at 4. It's a dude named Derek Lewis, and then it's
yeah. So see, that's the thing. You should not put him at number 4. I would put Jones at number 1, maybe.
Well, but again, look, I'm saying for the sake of not being
technically put him at number 2 and bump everybody else down.
But what I'm saying is for the sake of having a never put your hands on one of these dudes. Granted, even if you better. Again, a team may come and it's a ranking. It's like the college football. So again, if he come in and it's Clemson and just the initial rankings based on Stipe is Alabama, he the national champion. Stipe gonna be 1. Francis Ngannou is motherfucking Oklahoma because they lost in the championship to the champion the year before. So they 2. And whoever this up and coming team Curtis Blaze is, they number 3. All right, we think Clemson coming in off top finna beat what's I'm gonna call it here at number 2, at number 3. We gonna make them play. They gonna play. We know that this team is favored. They gonna knock them out. The number 1 team gonna beat number 2.
Number 1.
You said what?
I said and the number 4 team do be beating number 1 team sometimes.
Thank you. Now, granted for the sake of it, what you saying as well, it fits because again, John Jones would be rightfully number 2 on the way that they would rank it.
Right. That's kind of what it's looking like now.
But and again, that's how it's gonna be. But either way, off top, that may be end up what the fight is gonna be. But again, it's gonna be he's gonna beat Ngannou, then he gonna fight John Jones, then John Jones gonna be at the top and retire, or he might fight one of these dudes after. But for the sake of keeping it around a little bit.
So my question is where does Israel Adesanya fit in all of this?
So again, the thing that busts my Stipe Miocic plan up and is gonna put John Jones fighting in is the fact that Stipe 37, so he gotta go ahead and this gotta happen to him anyway.
Right.
So they gonna fight after he beat Ngannou. Then you got maybe Curtis Blaze gonna fight Francis again, but again they already done fought and he done lost to Francis both times. So maybe Israel comes in and fights Francis to prove he could come in and hang and bang with the big bodies. Then he fight John Jones. But again, that means John Jones got 1 fight at heavyweight. And that's ridiculous.
So Izzy beats Blachowicz, and I think he immediately goes up heavyweight. How do you think that works out for him? Bro, that's not gonna make no sense.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't gonna make no sense.
Blachowicz and then immediately go up to heavyweight and fight Ngannou, that would be crazy.
I mean, but you gotta fight somebody before you fight John Jones. I mean, but again, if they put on a super fight, then they just gonna skip. They gonna skip it. If we doing what we know Dana White gonna do, remember, we doing it like we Bob Arum and we doing it like we HBO and Showtime, like how boxing do it. First of all, Dana White finna say, man, all y'all bitch ass niggas back off. Stipe, after this fight, you fight John.
The problem is that does kind of lead Israel Adesanya straight to John Jones because if you think about it, John Jones beats Stipe and he beats Ngannou. Ngannou's not gonna want to fight no more either.
He said he gonna be tired of getting beat up.
Yeah, and Izzy's gonna come and want to fight Jones immediately. It's gonna perfectly set it up because they already got beef, and so that Dana's gonna see the money. Dana's definitely gonna see the money that they got beef already. He's gonna be like, "Oh shit."
That's what I'm saying. It will be money in it because again, you get money on because again now it's like.
But that gives Jones obviously 2.
And it's money in a viral knockout. It's money in a viral knockout too. I think he get a viral knockout on Curtis Blaze in his first fight back. Then he fights Stipe. You feel me? In a short year, Stipe would be like 38. In a short year, send Stipe out of there. Then he the number 1 heavyweight. Israel done beat Blachowicz already. Now he already was mulling to coming over. He either gonna fight Francis or he gonna go straight to John Jones. Period.
Because I was gonna say the problem with that is that gives John Jones 2 fights in the heavyweight division over Israel. Israel needs to have that experience in the heavyweight division.
So then he'll fight Francis.
He should fight Francis, or he should fight Derek Lewis, or he should fight Curtis Blades.
It's another dude in here. It's this dude right here in the middle of them who the real number 3.
Honestly, like you said, that would be a good fight. Israel Adesanya versus Curtis Blades.
Yes, that'll be a good starter. That'll be a good starter.
That would be a good fight.
My boy Curtis Blades got to get beat up.
Curtis Blades probably bro, Curtis Blades, he got the mindset though, bro. He do got the mindset of a champion, bro. He's still training. He's always getting better daily.
Off time. And he is talented though. Oh, this dude, whoever this is, Hirozino Rosenstrike. This nigga, yep, he 11-1 though. He the number 3 dude. I've been talking around him the whole time.
That's who he's fighting?
No, he just the number 3 person.
Curtis Blades done beat those dudes already.
So he beat Hirozino? Let me see.
I think so. Well, Derek Lewis beat him already for sure. Derek Lewis knocked him.
Now my boy ain't fought Hirozino, so again he gonna have to fight him.
I think he beats him.
He whatever and won.
Derek Lewis knocked him out, I think.
Hirozino?
I don't know. Look it up for me. You got the stats.
I know I'm pulling up all this. I'm really sitting here in front of this computer. Let me see.
He lost to him or got knocked out, either I think, by Derek Lewis. Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Oh no, he lost to Ngannou. No, he lost to Ngannou. Don't look it up. He lost to Ngannou. Now I know who you're talking about. I didn't even know who you were talking about for a minute.
How you pronounce his name?
Jairzinho Rosenstrike.
Jairzinho Rosenstrike. My boy he be getting fucked up.
No, actually, he had like some hype around him.
No, he looked good. He only got 1 loss. He looked good. He looked like he's talented. He like he'll fuck Curtis Blades up.
Yeah, but he got knocked out viciously by Ngannou, bro.
It was bad.
Yeah, but that just shows that there's levels to this game.
Oh, here we go. I got a good fight. For Israel. This gonna get a lot of money because niggas can't wait to watch some shit like this. We gonna make him fight Alistair Overeem.
That's a good fight. He picks apart Overeem, but Overeem got power.
That's what I'm saying. You feel me? It leaves that anything can happen kind of vibe, but
yeah, that's a good lead-in fight for sure.
Damn, he knocked him out in 20 seconds. Damn.
Overeem got knocked out by Ngannou too, though. All these dudes got knocked out by Ngannou.
I know he be knocking niggas out. That's crazy. Yeah, we gonna have Israel fight Alistair Overeem, man. That'll be it.
Uche was the only one who was able to take Ngannou's power, but he was able to like roll with the punches. He could like see.
He from man. He a firefighter from Ohio, my boy. He really like he with the shit. Yeah.
He ain't afraid of no fire, bro.
He not. Come on.
He be ducking the flames.
Ducking.
He grab your ass, bro.
That's crazy. So yeah, you feel me? That's how it's gonna be though. Jones gonna come in, fight Stipe after he beat Francis. Then hopefully Israel gonna go ahead and handle his thing against Blachowicz. He gonna go ahead, go up.
I like that.
He gonna go up. Then it's gonna either be.
So what do you think happens if freaking? Well, never mind. That's too much. But what happens if freaking Blachowicz knocks out Izzy, bro?
Then he gotta. Then he's in the counter realm. Where now I could go back down where I was. I can go back down 2 now. I can go fight Kamar Usman, whose name I'm just seeing as a champion.
They can't fight.
Why not?
They're brothers.
Like so they won't fight each other.
Yeah.
Oh, they on some. Oh no, I can't fight. We can't fight each other. Shit. Yeah. Oh, here they go. Well, let's fight. Oh, Israel Adesanya could. Well, Usman gonna fight Covington, so we ain't gonna get there because we running out of time.
Usman's gonna fight Gilbert Burns.
Okay, well, if he were to lose, then he could either go ahead and take, he could fight the next like heavyweight dude. He could try a rematch against Blachowicz. He could do.
He's gonna rematch. He should rematch Whitaker. But
that's what I was finna say. He could fight Whitaker because I see Whitaker name right here.
Fight Jones so bad, bro.
Or he could fight Kobe Covington. That's a good one. That's a good one for the brand for the. I know it's not. I know it's not. Kobe Covington, tell Kobe Covington come up. You talking about that Donald Trump bullshit? He not president no more. Let's fight.
Kobe Covington gonna get beat up by Masvidal, but people can.
That's the battle of the Trump supporters.
Yeah, that's a weird fight.
That's gonna be funny.
People think Covington beats Masvidal.
I got to look more into him because he did.
I think Masvidal beats Covington though, but a lot of people are saying Covington wins, bro. I don't think so, bro. But I understand why people think Covington beats Masvidal because Covington he wrestles really good, and Masvidal didn't do too well against Usman.
Yeah, he for sure couldn't wrestle when they was wrestling. But I mean, if Israel lose,
it's not his fault. He had to cut 20 pounds in 6 days.
Hey man, that sounds like he need to stop living that lifestyle. Big balling.
Bro, he signed, bro. He saved the card, bro.
Big balling, shot calling.
Out with COVID. Gilbert Burns dropped out with COVID. Masvidal saved the card. The BMF saved the card, bro. Come on, bro.
Man got beat up.
Could do this. Masvidal beats Covington, bro. Trust me. Masvidal full camp.
Oh, you talking about Covington? No, we ain't talking about Kamaru Usman. He probably do beat Kobe Covington. I don't fuck with him. I don't care. I hope Kobe Covington lose.
Covington, yeah, but hey, look, I don't like the character, bro, but
he good.
I appreciate skill. I think he is a skillful fighter. He is top 2.
He ain't have to call out LeBron though.
Yeah, that was a big move, bro. He doesn't have to say that,
but
it is what it is. Niggas just do what they gotta do for clout, bro.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I need him to know I'm not gonna be the one who will whoop his ass behind LeBron and behind the black folks brand and fuck with Donald Trump. But it's somebody out there that would. It's Masvidal gonna whoop your ass. But if Israel lose, maybe he'll fight Robert Whitaker. He probably will take a rematch against Blachowicz.
It's either a rematch versus Blachowicz or a rematch versus Whitaker.
You feel me? Then again, if he beat Robert, then he just gonna be in the corner room. He gonna float between light heavyweight and middleweight. He ain't gonna go fight John Jones if he lose to Blachowicz though, because that would mean that weight class not for him.
Right.
You lose off top to the champ. That means this ain't for you. You need to chill out. You gonna go up another one? Relax.
But Izzy a beast, bro.
No, he is a savage.
Izzy is a fucking dog, bro. I think he beats Blachowicz, bro. Just by pure skill, bro.
Off top.
Skill.
Off top.
He's just levels ahead of these dudes. And the weight is just, you feel me? The weight is just, I guess that weight is wisdom, bro. No,
and I mean, just the understanding and the knowledge of how to activate and how to use your body in that certain type of weight class. That's what I'm saying. So John Jones, he started at middleweight, right? Or he started at light heavyweight. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So now Israel going from 170, 180 to 220, 230. And again, he going to tap out at 230.
But it's okay because Izzy has fought for a very long time, bro. Before he was even in the UFC, bro, he was a boxer. He did heavyweight and light heavyweight as a boxer and a kickboxer, I think.
Man, so then this nigga the greatest nigga ever. Why we talking about John Jones?
Izzy got 100 fights outside of the UFC. Over 100 fights.
So then he the real greatest of all time. He need to be skipping the line, and niggas need to just give him all the belts. Hold on. He need to skip the line then.
Wrestle, bro. He's just learning.
Because he's skinny.
Yeah.
He ain't never gonna be able to wrestle.
He needs that experience, bro. So he needs that experience. That nigga, he needs niggas to put their hands on him, you feel me, and grab him and throw him around. He, like you said, he is skinny, and niggas if somebody could throw him around, bro, Jones would be that nigga to do that to him.
Or Blachowicz. It might be Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, or Blachowicz, bro, because it's a different weight class.
He for sure finna grab Israel ass. He finna walk right up on him. That shit, nigga said, ding, ding. He finna walk right up on him like this and grab that nigga like this. Come here. Yeah, motherfucker. As soon as the fight starts, Israel gonna be trying to sock him in the face through that. That's gonna be the crazy thing to see. He gonna be trying to sock him in the face through him grabbing him.
Izzy gonna leg kick the shit out of Blachowicz, bro. He gonna leg kick that nigga so hard, bro. Blachowicz gonna quit. And then before Blachowicz get to quit, he gonna kick him in the head so damn hard he ain't even gonna see it. Cause Izzy is so good with his body, bro. He could just flick his hips, bro, and his foot is already to your head, bro.
UFC, as we getting towards the close here of another episode on the ZSPN podcast, we have some UFC talk. You feel me? Among other things.
ZSPN.
You feel me on the ZSPN? Hey, Dana White go ahead and put Woodley and Conor McGregor on the Stipe Miocic, John Jones card. Okay.
I want to see McGregor versus Masvidal for the BMF belt.
Come on, see, that's one of the ones I thought that they needed to do too. A real street, and they need to do it in the back. They need to do it in the same place that they fought the Kimbo Slice fights. Yes.
McGregor and Masvidal in the fucking backyard for
11 niggas before he get to fight John Jones, because we know John Jones is going straight to the top.
You're gonna say it's a sign your fights. Would you say he either fights Curtis Blades? I like that Curtis Blades, or you said the other one he fights.
What's my boy named Hirohino?
Overeem.
Oh yeah, Alistair. And then we got Alistair after that. Yeah.
Like that.
And what's on the Masvidal McGregor card? Because again, after McGregor beat Woodley, even though he probably gonna lose, like we talked about, he can either fight Holloway or Masvidal. So which whoever we pick out of that card, probably Masvidal. We gonna have the headliner be, or no, the undercard. That can't be no undercard. Israel can't be no undercard to them two. Yeah. But that's got to be the card.
Izzy is the main attraction to anybody, bro. He's probably more popular than McGregor. Right?
Okay, so Israel versus Alistair Overeem. Then right before that, we gonna do Masvidal and McGregor, or Holloway and McGregor. You feel me?
I like that.
And that's how we gonna take MMA up. The aliens gonna come and have to see this shit if y'all let me run it. Dana White, you need to call me.
And just to be on niggas off, bro, TJ Dillashaw made a comeback.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
He's fighting who he should fight? He should fight Jose Aldo, or he should fight the champion Peter Yan. TJ Dillashaw
back in the game, huh? Oh
that's
my
just
God.
to throw everybody off. Nobody was ready for that one.
You feel me, man?
Oh shit, TJ Dillashaw. What the fuck?
Where this nigga came?
Who else? Yeah, I didn't even get to live stream the UFC. That shit would have been cool.
I know we gotta do that the next time. Off top. You feel me? I'm gonna holler at you though. I for sure gotta get up off of here because I gotta get ready. Make sure I get up, set my alarm and shit for work in the morning.
I gotta get my stretch, get some sleep.
No, off top. I for sure gotta eat something too. So I'm gonna holler at you, man. I appreciate you, man. I love you, bro. I'll holler at you, man. We'll link.
Appreciate talking to you, yes.
Same to you, man. Thank you for the UFC talk. You feel me? You taking my casual level up a few. I got some XP points today. You feel me? A little bit. We setting up Dana White. We setting up mega fights, man.
Yes, sir.
Dana White, call us, man. Holla at my boy, man. Hold on. There we go. Perfect. Holla at Dana White. Holla at us, man. We in here making mega fights. Me and Hoopla, man, we making mega fights, man. Y'all seen how Snoop was out there with Triller, man. We gonna be on the sideline. Y'all need us on the side. We gonna tell y'all who fight next, right next to Cormier. Talking that talk. You feel me?
And we can make these bets, bro. We gotta fucking have these bet decisions.
Come on. You feel me? But I'll holler at you, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
Peace. You feel me? So that was another motherfucking episode. We did 1 hour and 53 minutes, almost 2 hours today. That's dope. Hopefully people will check in, tap in. Here on this Thursday, finna be Friday night, not too long. Excuse me while I'm distracted. I'm sitting over here trying to tweet this link out one more time. Some pretty dope talk about self and self-vibe and self-image, and then lead self, as well. One thing I think is important is maintaining the focus and being unafraid to be you and who you are, go through your journey and just try and maximize and capitalize off of being you and who you are. You feel me? That's one thing I definitely hold tight to and really do my best to kind of try to maintain, through all of the ups and the downs. You feel me? Staying prayed up for the positive, staying prayed up for the negative. When I'm high, praying for the same reasons that I pray for when I'm low. staying thoughtful and hopeful and trying to be intent about my focus and making sure that I'm really um, doing my best to make sure that I'm organized, prepared, and able to just be who it is I say and who it is I aspire and want to be, I think. And I think a lot of times, one moment. You feel me? Um, what does it take in order to be who you say you are or to be who you say you want to be seen as, similarly to what it is we were talking about? And again, the levels and the steps and the things in which you do when nobody's watching, when nobody's expecting anything, in order to put yourself in a position to be that person, I think is definitely the lesson and the vibe on today's, you feel me, chop up, man, and talk on the ZSPN, you feel me? Dope UFC talk. Um, we had some other conversation today about, things like what was going on in the stock market. That was pretty crazy today. Or, just in terms of looking at the way in which, again, you know, people can, as it is explained to the people, borrow against the um, future failure of a company for their own positive benefit, but people betting back into that. Now again, AMC with the positive example that I use, knowing and understanding that the GameStop stock is definitely a dangerous situation because again, GameStop right now is overvalued for a service that just is not valuable to people with all the varieties of Game Pass and everything and things like that, and the undervalue that they provide for content that you for games and device and things like that you go to sell into them versus how much they charge you. That is definitely supremely overvalued. But when it comes down to it and you look at it as well, like AMC I thought was a pretty interesting one. And I think American Airlines was one of them too that people was tripping on, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely AMC, because I look at it and I say, I think that's the people betting back on what we understand and what we know. I'm gonna be in the movie theater. I know that for sure. They're gonna get their coins and make all their money back off me alone. I'm gonna be in the movie theaters when I get an opportunity to and when things free us up to. And it's like, I think millions of people are going to be doing that. I read a story last week, on here about what it is people are looking at in terms of, and what AMC is looking at, situationally and financially in terms of the changing in their money right now. So, within that, I think when you look at it, that was pretty interesting that they were limiting people's ability to, buy and then trade or buy and, those stocks and different things like that because it's just generally unfair, especially because again people are able to benefit from that, and the CEO is able to make $6.7 billion supposedly at the time of the major shutdown when COVID was first having its heaviest impact on the economy and everything. And now we get to see the people that invested on making places like Robinhood and things like that, if that's not the name that I said before, like companies like Robinhood big, we're seeing them now renege on that and take the power out of people's hands because granted, they try to use the example today on TV that it's about protecting the economy and keeping the money back in the economy with everything that's going on in COVID. But again, there's a lot of these same people are putting money and taking money out of the economy. So I thought that was pretty interesting, but it's a very impactful moment because again, I think one thing that I took from that is the common everyday man don't get as many opportunities to sit down and watch these numbers and do these kind of things every single day. And now these kind of things change the situations and change the moments. And again, seeing the people be able to, just with their dollar and their money, really be able to shape and manipulate the market as we do every day with every single thing. Now, granted, one of the things that I want to know, and one of the things that I was asking today, I tweeted it on Twitter, I feel this way, is like, okay, so who is this anonymous person behind like Wall Street Bets? Who is this with this information is just directing and saying these things and swaying this Reddit board and creating this Reddit and honing this power and hoisting this power? That's some of the things that are interesting about that. Let me see. If I'm not mistaken, we lost Cicely Tyson today too. Um, rest in peace to the Queen, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead. Give me one moment. I'm gonna pull it up concretely and exactly. Oh gosh, the Raiders are imploding. Looks like. What it is? Yeah, we showed off Cicely Tyson today. The Black Queen. She was 96 years old today. She won her first. She won a Tony Award at 88. She was nominated for an Oscar and the wife of Sonder, a wife in Sonder. That's crazy. 1924 to 2021, 96. Um, Dogecoin is popping. Doggy coin, whatever this shit is called. Dogcoin, Dogecoin, cracking. Ron Rivera was declared cancer-free today.
Founder of Barstool Sports, as well as an independent investor who trades an awful lot online and has done well. Dave Portnoy joins us.
My boy Dave Portnoy was on fucking Fox mad as shit, man. He trying to get these niggas to down. My boy Aaron Rodgers might be a Republican, y'all. Mind your business, though. You feel me? That's it, though. I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. Y'all have a good one, man. We're gonna send it up to the universe, man. You know, just in sharing this vibe and this energy. Yeah, we continue to provide, diverse perspective on a variety of energies and vibes and perspectives, but as well be able to keep the main thing and talk about the things that we enjoy and we love. Thank you for giving us an awesome time to talk about some fight sports today. Blessings and appreciation to my boy Hoopla for coming on, man, being the first guest on the ZSPN. You feel me? That was pretty tight. And giving me some dope ass riveting sports conversation, especially filling in for that S and that they come right up off of that Z. You feel me? And also having a pretty good conversation, and not a pretty good conversation, an amazing conversation with me prior to getting on, or we were on FaceTime and then getting on the stream here. We just gonna ask as well when we go past that, just to continue to use our skills best to positively impact and help those around us, and not to flaunt and floss on nobody, because we all know that we greater than that, and some of our powers are to help those around us. It's in God's name, and as we continue on, we'll just ask for guidance, strength, and focus of mind and intention to be able to navigate this crazy world as we all do. You feel me? So on that note, we always gonna go ahead and send it off like that. January boys up. You feel me? Happy birthday to my grandfather. His birthday was yesterday. My birthday on Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow as best I can. Holla at your boy.